Welcome. Today, I want to share with you the best diet plans for weight loss, pros and cons. Now, a lot of people see me trying to lose weight, and it is of course overwhelming because there are so many options available and everybody is always asking me, so what is the best approach? So I want to analyze actually the most popular diet plans, the pros and cons, and guide you on your journey to a healthier, slimmer you. We cover, of course, the different pros and cons of 4 different options. So stay tuned for finding out about a holistic approach for sustainable weight loss. First of all, my name is Andrea Caprio. I'm a Master Certified Transformational Nutrition Coach and a weight loss and emotional eating specialist. So I help really people to dive in. If you're interested in more content, remember to subscribe here or like my video. I always appreciate that. So let's get right in. We have 4 different approaches that I see happening all the time. I will share with you those approaches, share a little bit what I think about it, and then in the end, of course, I give you a really good option for that as well. So first of all, we have the first option is a very restrictive diet and intensive exercise, right? So a lot of people do usually sign up for a diet. So there are fat diets, like it might be a keto diet, it might be the beach diet, it might be Weight Watchers, whatever it is called. Usually these kind of diets are very restrictive, right? Whatever approach it is. And additionally, people like either to do just the diet or to combine it with intense exercise or have just intense exercise by its own. But either way, it is always a very strict approach, right? Either, having this diet or the intense exercise. And this is most of the time what I see actually with people happening. So what are the pros? Yes, you can lose very quickly weight by both combining, of course, the best would be combining restrictive dieting with intense exercise. So you will usually have very fast results, but not always. You also can have some people really do the dieting, but not the exercise. They have maybe some results or not. And some do only intense exercise and they might have results or not, right? It depends. But the one thing that I want to say here is anything you do there is, first of all, can be very harmful to you, right? If you're cutting a lot of calories and living on a very short amount or low amount of calories for a long time, it's just not sustainable because it will be harmful for your body. The same, if you are having too intense workouts, you might not be able to sustain it time-wise, right? Eventually you fall off the wagon, same with the dieting, or also your body might be hurt, right? It's damaging, especially if you've not been used so much to any exercise, or maybe you're not that young anymore, or whatever it is, right? What also can happen, and that is actually something I see very often happening, is you do follow a restrictive dieting or an intense exercise, and you might lose a little bit of weight and then nothing happens, the dreaded weight loss plateau, or you don't lose weight. And usually when that happens is that actually your hormones are imbalanced because of the restrictive dieting and the intense exercise, especially if you are somebody stressed, because in the end, all this will affect your adrenals, your hormones, and then often the body reacts with it stops, and that can be also very dangerous. So just be a little bit careful with this. I usually, when I see restrictive dieting and intense exercise, is not the right approach for most people. It can be, but in general, especially as a long-term approach, I would not recommend it because downright it can be dangerous. Good. Now, that was the first one. The next approach, number 2, is unstructured eating, healthier and moving more. So a lot of people I see and I hear, but I'm gonna eat a little bit less carbs, or I'm gonna eat maybe only things on certain weekdays, or I move a little bit more. So basically people who just come up, maybe they read something on the internet or a friend told them about it or whatever it is, and basically they think that by just doing a little bit more will lead to some results. And again, also there, it might help you. It could be something that works, but quite honestly 90% of the time without any unstructured eating or so, without having a real plan, without really knowing maybe what the root causes of your issues are or so, and just moving a little bit more that might not be doing anything. So that is also something that very often when you do that without having a plan and without really knowing why you do it, you also run very quickly into self-sabotage, right? Or you follow maybe the wrong concepts. Maybe you've read, the keto diet, right? And you follow that, but maybe the keto diet is actually not that good, right? I see a lot of people who have certain rules about carbs, right? The 80-gram carb rule or whatever it is. But also that is something that often comes up because I read it on the internet or somebody told me that it works. But does it work for you? I ask, right? So that is my feedback on this unstructured eating healthy and moving more. It can work, but most of the time it does not work and it will not give you the results because in the end, the root of your issues is still not solved. Let's move on to number 3, weight loss pills or other too good to be true solutions, right? So I read, and I actually have something coming up in my next video, one of those magic pills, medication. I don't want to tell too much, but a medication that promises to lose weight. And actually it does work, right? And you want definitely to look out for my next video if you want to know more, but there are so many risks. So any weight loss pills, any supplements even that promise to lose weight, any magic solutions that sound too good to be true are too good to be true, right? They do work very often, very quick. I agree. I mean, if you have, for whatever reason, maybe you need, because you have a particular health reason, or not that I recommend it, but you really need to lose weight very quickly, for whatever reason, maybe a personal reason or so, that can be a solution. But again, like in the first option, it is not working in the long term. So taking weight loss pills or anything like this in the long term is in general dangerous, but also very often counterproductive. It's also, by the way, often with interventions, right? Operations, whatever they are. They usually work, but if the root work, the deeper work has not been done, again, very often people go back to old patterns, they replace bad habits with other bad habits, and so on. So the risks and the dangers of those quick fix options are really big because often you have huge side effects, right? And so that is obviously a big con, and for me, a very big red flag that I usually would say I would not recommend it. So these are the 3 approaches, but now I want to share a 4th approach, which is the Food Freedom Foundation approach. And as you can probably guess already, that is an approach that I do recommend a little bit more. So first of all, in terms the approach to weight loss of the Food Freedom Foundation approach is far more holistic, right? It really requires you to look at the root cause of things. So is there a health reason that you put on weight or you struggle to lose weight? Is there maybe an emotional reason or spiritual reason or whatever? Is there maybe stress? Is there maybe because you don't sleep enough or whatever it is? So we always look at the root cause. And then it is a lot based on implementing healthy habits. Now, I always like to use that little idea is I'm asking you, do you brush your teeth in the morning and in the evening? And I hope you all say yes now. And you can maybe put that in the comments, because in the end you do, hopefully you do that. Most people brush their teeth in the morning, in the evening, without even thinking about it. They just do it because they learned it when they were a child and they know it's important, etc., right? So you just do it. And that is exactly the same way how I approach the Food Freedom Foundation way of teaching things, is teach you to learn healthy habits. Because once you know those healthy habits, you can really have them and embrace them. And also it's not about restrictions, but it's having a plan, right? Following a plan. And even if that plan says, okay, certain times I'm a little bit flexible, right? Because I need to be. So it's a very holistic and personalized approach for sustainable weight loss, combining the nutrition, the mindset, habit formation. And now, the pros of it is, of course, that for you will have a long-term weight loss. And not only a long-term weight loss, but also being healthy, feeling good about it, not feeling deprived. It's completely adaptable to if you're busy or so. So that's on the pro side. The con side might be that the weight loss is not going to happen overnight, right? I see usually improvements very quickly with my clients, usually within a few weeks, but it can take time, because if you have had years and years of yo-yo dieting and maybe your hormones have been completely upside down or so, you need to sort this out. So we are always looking at these things. Implementing habits takes some time, but once you have it, you can stay with it. And that's the good thing. It's really an approach for long-term weight loss. If you are interested to lose weight and also keep off the weight, then that Food Freedom Foundation approach is for you. So it's definitely not about any quickly pounds shed, but about a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. And now I'm inviting you for the Food Freedom Foundation workshop that I ran a couple of weeks ago, and it was really successful. I had like over 90 people who signed up, and some missed it, and so I decided to run it again. And you will find all the details here in the description, and there will also be a link to find out more and sign up, of course. In the Food Freedom Foundation workshop, I will actually share with you more about how to implement the Food Freedom Foundation. So we go into how to make the 3 ways of how to make it work, why and how to implement actually the habits, how to make them sustainable. And I will lead you through. It's a workshop type event for you. So you can really build a healthy relationship with food and your body. And you can sign up for the workshop and start your weight loss journey today. You find the link here in the description or in the comments. And I invite you also to subscribe to my channel and follow me and share this video for anybody who might be interested in. And of course, if you like it, just a little thumbs up or maybe a comment if you have any question. My name is Andrea Caprio, and I look forward meeting you in the Food Freedom Foundation workshop.